Here's my review of X-Men 97 episode 6. This episode was good, but I found like there are two different plots, and like one with Storm and then one with Magneto. But I think one of my personal issues with it was I found the parts with Storm far more compelling than the parts with Magneto. A lot of the parts with Magneto is with him on the Shi'ar Empire, and him kind of wrestling with the intergalactic politics of that. And for me, it's like with the X-Men, I like it more when they're on Earth. Like, I don't know, like dealing with all these aliens and stuff. Like, it can be cool, but I kind of like it more grounded, more dealing with the real world implications. Or even, not even necessarily real world. I just like kind of seeing their interactions on Earth in like with those kind of politics, and especially considering like what the X-Men stand for. So I think that was my main problem. Like, it wasn't bad. Like, animation's still gorgeous, but I just didn't find this as compelling as the other part of the episode. As with the other part of this episode is Storm is being haunted by like this demon when she's with her boyfriend, and I found that like way more compelling than the stuff with Charles Xavier, as a lot of it is like this demon is like kind of tapping into her darkest fear, which is like her claustrophobia, and you get these terrifying shots like this, which I just thought were beautiful. And I just thought like everything with Storm, like Storm was one of my favorite characters in the original X-Men the animated series. Like when I rewatched it before the show, I like every part with Storm. I just loved her. And then I was really kind of disappointed when they took away her powers, and then kind of she went off. So I was really glad that she was back. And like I think that she was great in here too. And back to the stuff with Charles, like him seeing, basically knowing, like getting this vision that Gambit is dead was just awesome though. That was one of the main highlights of that part of the episode. But the main highlight, I think, is when Storm gets her powers back. I mean, I thought it was so cool from the animation, from like a way she says it, or all just the voice acting was so good. I mean, it makes you think. I wish we got to see more cool Storm stuff in the X-Men movies. It's like, 'cause in the original show too, she was so cool, and it's great to see how powerful she really is. And her suit just looks so cool. So yeah, this was a really good episode, but just my problem is, I just didn't find the stuff with Charles and the Shi'ar Empire nearly as interesting as the stuff I did with Storm. So I still think this was a really good episode, but I just wouldn't really say it was as good as some of the other episodes have been, which still speaks to how good the show is, because this is still a pretty good episode. It's really good, but it's just not as good, but still good.